Hello children, welcome to my channel English Lessons by Nupur Bakshi. Children, you remember that in the first two videos we had understood the poem Ode to Autumn. This is the last stanza of the poem and I hope you have understood the first two stanzas. So this stanza here, the poet is trying to say that every season has its own beauty. So if we think that winter or rainy season is the only season which is beautiful, it's not like that. The poet is trying to show us the importance of each and every season, and through this stanza we'll understand how. So where are the songs of spring? Aye, where are they? Think not of them, thou hast thy music too, while barred clouds bloom the soft dying day and touch the subtle plains with rosy hue. Then in a watchful choir the small gnots mourn, among the river swallows borne aloft or sinking as light wind lives or dies, and full grown lambs loud bleat from hilly bourne. Hedge crickets sing, and now with treble soft the red-breast whistles from a garden croft, and gathering swallows twitter in the skies. Now here the poet is asking everyone that oh, I cannot hear the song of spring. I cannot even think about the spring season because I'm so in love with this autumn season and I am enjoying this part of the year very much. And where are the songs of the spring? I cannot remember them. I cannot think of them right now because I am in so much of an awe with this season that I cannot think of any other season. Think not of them, thou hast thy music too. You have your music too. Thou is you, have your music too. Autumn, you have your own music, you have your own speciality. While barred clouds bloom soft dying day. So now you know that after this the winter season is going to come and the sky is going to be faded. It's going to be grey, it's going to be dull, it's going to be winter. So, and touch the subtle plains with rosy hue. And now this dying sun. Why dying sun? Because from now onwards, when the winter begins, the brightness of the sun is not going to be as bright as it is in the autumn season, which is at its peak. And that is why the poet is saying that now everything has turned red, and because the dying sun is red in color, so that hue, that shade of redness can be seen all around the place. Then in a watchful choir the small gnats mourn. Now what are gnats? It's like a mosquito. It's an insect and it's very light. So it is saying that the sound of those insects can be heard. And why it is called a choir? Choir is something, it's a group of people who sing. So that is why the poet is assuming that all the insects are singing. Okay, they are in a choir together. And among the river shallows, borne aloft or sinking as the light wind lives or dies. Now imagine that the river is flowing and along the banks of the river when the huge shrubs grow. Okay, it's not exactly a tree. This shallows is not exactly like tree. It's a medium length shrub. It's not a shrub, it's not a tree, it's in between. So it grows around the river, and these gnats, these insects are on these trees. Okay, and they are so light that when the wind is blowing and when the wind is blowing up, they rise, and when the wind is low, the speed is low, they die in the sense they are down. Okay, so borne is they are along with the wind, borne aloft or sinking. Okay, so they are either moving up or they are moving down along the direction of the wind. And full grown lambs loud bleat. So lambs, when they were born, maybe they were born in the spring season or maybe they were born in the summer season, but now in the autumn season they are now full grown and they are bleating to their highest volume. from the hills. Okay, from the hills I can hear, the poet can hear the bleating of a lamb. Bleating is what? The sound of the lamb. Hedge crickets sing. So crickets is also an insect, and they are also making that sound which they usually make. And now with treble soft, the red breast whistles. So birds, animals, insects, everybody is making their share of sound from a garden plot. So all around the place we can see that everything is ready. Every crop has reached to its maximum. The crops are harvested, the grains are in the granary, the fruits have reached their peak, the flowers have bloomed, the honey is brimming, the honeycombs, they are overflowing, and all the animals, the insects, the gnats, the crickets, everything is making their own share of sound, because now they know that autumn season is going to end and they need to be ready for the winter. And gathering swallows. So swallows is a kind of a bird. It's a migratory bird, I feel, and they travel to a warmer place. So this is the time when they gather at one place and they start moving to a warmer place, because they also know that autumn is now going to say bye to us, and which means the winter is going to come. And that is why these swallows, they are gathering so that they can move towards a warmer place. So this is the poem Ode to Autumn. I hope you have understood the poem. It's a very beautiful poem. It's all the emotions that the poet has towards the autumn season, because we feel that autumn is all patjhad. That means the leaves are leaving the trees. It's all messy around, but it's not like that. The other side of the coin is that it's the peak of the growth of everything that is around. So I hope you have understood and enjoyed this poem, because understanding a poem is different and enjoying poetry is completely different. I want you all to enjoy the poems, okay? Because whenever you read it, try to imagine and go to the place where the poet wants us to take us to. And with this imagination, I just got a point. This poem is full of imagery. Now imagery is when the poet feels that, when the poet wants that the person who is reading the poem should also imagine or should also see what the poet is trying to explain. So sometimes when a person is speaking, we just understand the literal meaning of the words, but when it is imagery, the words make us imagine those things that are written in the words. So if I say a beautiful garden with full bloomed flowers, maybe you have imagined a beautiful garden. So that is the imagery, and this poem is full of imagery. So just imagine and enjoy this poem. Thank you everyone. If you have any doubts, just write it in the comments section and I'll try to clear it out. Thank you.